Glad to have you along. We've actually had 2 problems this afternoon, so just doubly challenge our team here. Very frustrating for us, I know it is for you, so welcome along anyway. So the story is 2-1 lead for the Northstars. They're looking very dominant early in that first period, through the halfway mark. It looked like they scored a third goal was waved off. Adelaide's got one back. That was Joey Rezick picking the corner above Charlie Smart's shoulder. But we're back underway here for the second period. Felix Pullen passes to Bert Malloy, a nice pass, hits Joe Hartrick. He does a little reverse sneaky pass, and it's going to be Kabashian going to try and pick it up, but he's lost the puck, so Adelaide going back the other way. Doesn't connect cleanly and neutralise, so Felix Pullen will hand it off to Bert Malloy. Up the right wing he goes. Pass across, hits Kabashian, who had to stretch out, so he's lost that to Adelaide, and they're on the counter. Fast period here so far. And Critchlow fires that, but it's off a stick and up into the netting with a stopper play, Steve.
Yeah, one of the things that sort of watching the first few games that the Northstars were playing, that there was a lot of that little drop pass back sort of fancy stuff that they were doing, which unfortunately wasn't leading to them putting competition on the other team. So I'm hoping that pretty soon that that part of the game goes, so there's more pressure being put on the goal net so that we can actually rebounds, deflections, whatever, that's where all the pressure is going to come.
Well, Steve Kewen's got his mojo back on the face-off with that win. Charik looking to hand it off, but instead it's Marcel McGuinness who gets to the puck first. Adelaide turn around, head back. Matt Lindsay pushes him. That's off a skate and into the half boards. Adelaide keep it alive. Riley's out there, so they're using the young guys plenty here, Adelaide. In net tonight we've got Matt Murphy and Charlie Smart. Brett Malloy here is in front of his own net. He's got some pressure, but he gets a clean pass away to Charik, and the puck eludes Cal Kabashian. Kept alive there by Jonathan Ruth.
That was a great interception, good hockey sense there.
So it was Jonathan Ruth's goal that was waved off. We think it might have been that the referee thought that the puck was under the goalie, could not see it, but it was actually a rebound that was loose and put away. And then shortly after, Joe Rezick, on just a return sort of counter move, just fired a little flicked pass just above the shoulder of Charlie Smart to score the 1 goal for Adelaide, and it's been 2-1 since. Back underway. Into the zone comes Critchlow. He gets it to Rezick. Adelaide setting up. Through the screen. Saved by Smart. And cleared by Otini and Newcastle.
Here goes Manwaring.
Waring versus Babineau. So a young Aussie player versus Adelaide defence import. And that's icing called on Adelaide. Get us up to date, Steve.
Well, so far we've got the game between the Brave and the Bears, which is 1-0 for the Brave, which we would expect to happen, of course, in the Brave Cave, and they're so used to playing down there. And geez, they're playing so well this year, the Canberra Brave. They've got a lot of superstars down there, of course, playing for them, so they should, I guess. Yeah. But they're almost unbeatable in that little rink.
Well, they've got Rob Stark, who's a good coach as well, and I think they've had such a tumultuous change of coaches recently that having Rob there is a very steady influence. He's that type of guy anyway. Chance for Adelaide here. They've got 3 on the attack. Shoots and saved by Smart. That's gone off the body and then off the side netting. Not that far from going in. On the counter attack comes Kabashian, number 14. Looks inside. He's got 2 men to go to. But the pass, they've gone too far to get a clean shot away. Too much angle.
Again,
backhand.
Pullen was up there chasing the play, and it's obvious that the defense are getting involved on the offense with the Northstars tonight, which is terrific. They're either playing a very defensive game or very offensive.
Newcastle getting a little fancy with their passing here. It's sometimes working for them, but that time not. Probably half the time or more is not working for them. Winds up and fires off the backboards, and Babin only gets it back. Instead, it's has it been Gibbett there?
Yeah, it was banged in there by
Huxley.
By Hamish Powell as well too.
Speaking of Powell, he's back on. He sat 2 minutes of shame. We had the 2 minutes of man of shame here.
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes of shame man just here a week and a half ago. How great to have this that Australia-Canada game here right in this rink. It's about 10 days ago from now. Chalker.
Oh,
It
unlucky.
goes right underneath Hamish Powell, and they go for a change.
And that's the difference really between watching the imports play and watching the Australian players play. The imports relax, have a look, make it happen. That pass was just too quick because the players weren't ready for it, so obviously it's gone all the way down the ice for icing. I applaud Jason Chalker for trying to get the puck out of the zone. That's fantastic. That's really what needed to happen, no doubt.
We've got a discussion here between the Stripes and Adelaide's leadership team. I think it's about where the face-off is going to be. So it's supposed to be icing, I believe, on Newcastle, but it must be something else going on.
Yeah.
Some other mistake, because it looks like a centre ice face-off. So
Yeah.
it might have been touched by somebody, and so they've just said, all right, we'll waive it, and we'll start centre ice. So 2-1 is the score. We've got 11:06 left in the second period, and we're waiting to resume. So I think the player's been sent off for incorrect gear, perhaps. Huxley. He didn't look happy. He was heading off to the change room. I think it's probably just incorrect visor or something like that he's been sent off with. Unsafe visor. Often the case. Malloy with a big hit in the corner. Critchlow has to shake his head to get his helmet back down in place. Adelaide on the attack. Down low. Getting up to the blue line. Shot.
Ooh.
And into the skate of Kewen, who's hopping about badly at the moment.
He felt it.
He's hurting right now. He's having trouble putting weight on that skate. Rezic tries a little shorthand inside move. Critchlow falls. And Kewen is getting okay now. Gets it away. Willing to skate it off.
Oh, here we go.
Picked up by Pullen. He has a bit of space. Tries for the pass, but too low now is number 14, Kabashian, and that pass does not connect well. So a good opportunity kind of floundered there by Newcastle with a 2-on-1 now for Adelaide. 3-on-1, chance, a shot. And through the screen, he makes a save off Babineau, being smart. From the point,
We're in trouble.
and in front, man loose.
Oh,
Malloy takes
well
it out.
done, Malloy. Well done, Malloy.
And it was a legal hit too, so great work by Bert Malloy. Too much time there for the attacker. Was that Critchlow? It was, yes.
Yes, it was.
So Critchlow's problem was at his feet, and he couldn't dig it out to get a clean shot away, but he was just all alone with Charlie Smart.
He did a fantastic job actually beating Charlie Smart, but then with Malloy coming through, and very good that he didn't get a charging call, taking him out of the play meant...
It was on the cards.
Well, he didn't get, that's the thing. And the referee was right there watching, so it was definitely not charging. Well, that's clever play there by young Jake Riley to get the puck out of the zone. But again, you can see what Northstars are doing here. They're just flooding that neutral zone and not allowing Adelaide any room to try and get out of their zone.
Yeah, they're having difficulty breaking out cleanly here.
Very clever.
That's continuing, and they do now, although they've still got a wall of blue to get through. Dump in now and chase, and that's usually what you got to do in that sort of situation. Jake Riley's getting at the half boards.
Look up the middle.
He picks it up, carries up, pass, long one, just misses the stick of an outstretched Jonathan Ruth, but it's gone icing, and they'll go back to Newcastle's hands.
Well, how often does cross ice passes lead to situations where you're putting pressure on yourself because they don't work?
Your favourite thing in the world,
I tell you. It's a pass.
How many times have we talked about Steve loves it?
Pass to a lane, don't pass through a lane.
Lucky it wasn't your son that did it too.
Yeah, excuse me, that'll do.
Face off to the right of Smart. Adelaide win it. Setting up. Shot, save with the pads. Another shot and a save in close.
Great recovery there by Charlie Smart because he let the rebound go straight to Critchlow. Fortunately for Critchlow, he actually had it on his backhand so he couldn't get the shot away. But again, brilliant save by Smart. Square to the puck, make sure he got his body there. Very clever. He's having a good game tonight. He looks very, very comfortable. And at this update on this game down in Canberra, the Brave 3-0 now against the Bears.
The lid's come off that one. It was 0-0 just a couple of minutes ago. So it looks like the second period has worked a bit of magic for the Brave. Up 3-0. Still 2-1 here. Face off, and that's won by Adelaide. Quick shot on net and an easy save, but he's given up a rebound as Charlie Smart, but Hatcharik has it now.
Oh, here comes Kabashian.
Here comes Kabashian with a burst of speed. He's got heaps of time, but he's gone past the net, looking to get... Oh, he had the man at the back door, but couldn't connect. Must have just skipped on him or something there, or he just couldn't get the shot away. He had a lot of speed there.
He certainly made an interesting decision, yeah, but...
Yeah, I thought he was all the way. He was off to the races there. And that looks like possibly icing on Adelaide, is it?
Well, maybe just this line. There's a few guys sort of with their hands on the hips, might be a little bit tired. Already we're halfway through the second period.
Well, they're up against Newcastle's import line. And they've just got an icing called, so this is an opportunity for Newcastle with 8:13 left in the second, 2 on the lead.
Let's see if we can get the face off, Peter. This is going to be the important one.
Face off, won by Adelaide though. They reverse it. Running for it is Joey Resick, I think. He fires a long one, a lob shot, and Smart will cover it up. No, he leaves it for Malloy. To Pullen, to Kewen. This is the park chance for Adelaide. In front. Malloy there to stop the park.
Great shot
Can't
block.
get shot away, Aussie Joe. I know you're not a Twitter user, Stephen, but the Aussie Joe 19 account is one you got to check out. It's hilarious.
Okay, done.
I don't know if it's Joey or one of his teammates, but it is hilarious. I think it's actually one of his teammates impersonating.
All right,
Chance
in front,
a couple of inches away, and Murphy makes a save on Kewen. Newcastle setting up, looking a little dangerous now. They're starting to get things together. Of course they should with this line getting tired.
There's a breakaway.
Bounce is a good one for Adelaide. Chance in front. 5-hole scores! Rebound gets loose and banged in there by number 18. That's Katroska.
And Critchlow fed the rebound.
2-all. So after a good period of play for Newcastle, a bad bounce has just worked great for Adelaide, and they've taken the opportunity and buried it.
Yeah, there's no doubt that was against the run of play. There's absolutely no doubt whatsoever, because the Northstars have been playing very well. And poor old Charlie Smart, unfortunately, he's been let a few rebounds go out tonight, and that one just sat there, sat up, and gave away a whole open net.
Yeah, made a great first save, but yes, it resulted in a rebound and went to Katroska.
Yeah, he's just got to find some way of saving
them.
them.
For Kewen, dragged down, he'll get the power play, even though he didn't get a goal. And that was a good power body drive.
Yeah, absolutely. And Pat Naden's so good at that. He's got great puck protection, so he's going to force penalties like that to happen.
So it was 91, not 96. A long way from here.
And Zach Boyle has played before with Pat Naden, so on the same team, so we would know what he would like. So that's why he had to get his stick in there and try and take the opportunity away from Pat Naden.
Pat's very tall, even though he's not that heavy, so he's quite capable and strong too, fit, so he's quite capable of driving the net.
Yeah, it's interesting. Our referee is looking at the net where that goal went in for Adelaide previously in the first period.
Chance and shot on net, and it's a save by Murphy. They can't keep it in though, so Pullen backs up and working to send his team in on the attack again. Here they come, they're on the power play, but they've given up the puck to Adelaide. No, the puck's gone loose for Newcastle, and a shot by Hacharik is saved by Murphy. Into the corner they go. A little bit hurried, Newcastle. They're not connecting their passes. They've given up the pucking. We've got a 2-on-1, so they're skating back hard to cut them off. It was Kabashian. And Katroska just scored a moment ago. Gets another opportunity. Newcastle trying to get themselves collected. They are on the power play. You wouldn't know it. They've been a little messy, this one. Malloy takes a wide chance for the big one-timer, but it's gone past and out the other side, and now Newcastle double.
There's another 2-on-1.
Riley carries the puck, takes a shot, save. Is that a goal? No, save. What is it? Yes, is that a goal by Babinett?
I think it might be. Again, the same thing that happened in the first goal in this period for Adelaide. The shot on Charlie Smart, the rebound came out, and he wasn't able to cover it up.
So Babineau and Riley team up, and short-handed had scored, so put Adelaide ahead 3-2. And that was the import line too. That was a catastrophe for Newcastle.
Well, this is not helping the momentum for Newcastle. There's no doubt about that, and Coach Peachy would not be happy with the scenario that's unfolding here either. We really do need to get back into this game, and quickly.
Fired in by Lindsay, and around the ball as it goes. Murphy stops it up. Newcastle still in the power play, but they're down a goal from it. And that's into the netting, so play will stop. 3-2 the lead now for the Adrenaline. 5:55 left in the second period.
Well, he's going to throw his first power play unit on again. and I know that he's had a bit of a chat to them about their responsibility to make sure that they're actually scoring goals and not getting goals scored against them.
Now that's something you think would be pretty obvious.
You would think so, but sometimes you get puck marized. It's really, you've got to understand your responsibilities on a power play and make sure that you do. The other team is going to be desperate. You need to be as well. There's another one-on-one.
Adelaide driving forward. Can't get around two players this time though. Remy McGuinness is doing a great job for Adelaide. Kewen goes up the middle. Picked up by Malloy. We've got a stick loose, and that's one of the Adelaide players, so they're down almost an extra man with that stick out.
Yeah, it's Remy McGuinness.
Still loose. It's Remy McGuinness, is it?
Yep.
And kept alive by Newcastle.
Wow,
Great
well
effort by
done
Steve
by
Kewen.
Kewen.
He heads back to the top of the circle. Newcastle not getting it together on the power play, even with those advantages. And Adelaide happy to waste time. Critchlow takes it down the other side. Here comes Kabasha. He wants to take it in deep. Pullen coming in late. Looking for a feed. And it's fired on net by, I think,
Danger.
Danger, was it? Levin. It's out of the zone, though, so the power play is over. That was not a good one for Newcastle. They've given up a goal and scored none. Adelaide bring it out of their zone. And into the neutral ice they come. So after initial first period being Newcastle, this is Adelaide's period for sure so far. We've got 4:33 left in this one.
That's cheated up. Good.
Feeds it to Stanger. He will dump it in, and pursuing it is Naden. He's beaten to it by Ben Gibbett. Adelaide now on the counter attack. And into the corner it goes. Trusted bumped off the puck. Marcel McGuinness feeds him out the top of the circle. Shot on net, goes off power stick. Fortunate for Newcastle because Charlie Smart was a little deep in his net and looked a little vulnerable.
Well, they're doing a good job in the defensive zone, the Northstars. Just the high slot guy is the guy that they've sort of left behind a couple of times. So that centre coming back has just got to have a look for him, otherwise we're going to be in trouble.
Newcastle gone with back to their second line now, and we're going to stop a play, so it's a little breather for them. We've got 3:44 left in the second period. This is definitely Adelaide's period, having scored 2-0, and they're up 3-2.
Yeah, and you can see the way they're bouncing around on the ice out there as well too. I won't say the North Stars are flat-footed, far from, but getting caught on the two opportunities on that power play was really what hurt, and especially when the goal was scored. So it's really important that they start pressuring a lot on Adelaide. And Adelaide are going to get tired because they've had to fight through that PK, so they're going to be tired. With 3 minutes 44 to go, score a goal, go in and draw at 3-3 would be a great momentum shift for the North Stars. They just got to win this face-off.
Waring loses that face-off to Gibbett, has it right now, number 27. And they're now trying to break out. They go with a lob shot. It's knocked down by Matt Lindsay, who banks it off the boards. And we're playing pinballs at the moment in the neutral zone.
Oh, unlucky on Liam Manwaring there.
So I think it was Huxley. No, it was Gibbett. Fan on his pass. And Adelaide now under pressure still from that mistake, another mistake.
As I said, Adelaide's looking a bit tired.
Yeah, that might be what's happening. As you mentioned a little while ago, just a moment ago. Malloy has the puck. Hits the man coming into the zone. No.
Why are they going to say that looked offside from back here? And it was offside.
3 minutes remain in the second period. But Newcastle will bring out the top line. Azar. No. Adelaide have just pulled back. No, they are. They're going to stay with their young guys.
Yeah, look, I'm hoping that North Stars just settle down now, get this face off and start using the possession game that worked so well for them in the first period, so that they can actually go down and put pressure on Adelaide, because I think Adelaide looking tired, they might have an opportunity with just 3 minutes to go in this period.
Face up one by Newcastle. Malloy will lob shot it down. It's bouncing around, so Hachari's got a foot race on with Gibbett, and Gibbett instead goes to the net to cover for the pass. Pass isn't clean, but it's picked up by Newcastle going behind the net, trying to bring it out in front into the attacking zone. Instead they've lost the puck, but bumping off the puck, Riley is bumped off by Malloy. Riley gets it back. Sweet moves there, a bit of back and forth, the jigging. Has a bit of a chop at Pullen. And Malloy with the puck right now. pass hits the stick of Shark, still wearing his cage after the injury he took earlier this season.
Oh, what a
big
bullet.
shot to score!
What a bullet.
Wow, what a shot from just inside the blue line. It wasn't even up to the top of the circles, and Compassion has buried that on a one-timer.
Mate, there were flames coming out of that puck when he hit it, and you could see the way he lined it up to hit the puck on that one-timer, that it was going to really move. And again, great low shot. You get that thing 300 mil off the ice, the goaltenders are going to really struggle to stop it. So a very, very good defensive shot. Very good defensive shot.
Probably the best one-timer where someone's hit it moving under the puck at speed. So
absolutely.
Like that, it's an incredible shot. Makes it 3-all, 2:22 left in the second period. This is looking like a far more thrilling game than it looked like halfway through the first. And these two teams are pretty even right now, so still Adelaide's period. Let's see what happens in this final couple of minutes. As Steve mentioned, he thought Adelaide might be getting tired. It might be the case. We'll see how they hang on here. Resnick takes it wide. And saved by Smart. It goes the other side. Takes it out the top of the circle. Quick shot. Saved by Smart. And Critchlow for the rebound. Pardon me, that was Tosca.
Has been called inside the crease, I think you're fine, so we should have a face-off outside. Or he's left it inside.
Oh, it was net off. Not inside the crease.
But Joseph Resnick was trying to find that short side goal that he got in the first period off Charlie Smart, but Smart was smarter that time. I didn't mean to say that.
He's always smart. Up the middle goes Matt Lindsay. Takes a quick cheeky shot, and there's an easy save for Murphy. Into the corner it goes. Adelaide pick it up. But the shot fired back is erratic.
Whoops.
And I thought that might have been icing because we're even too.
The goalie came out of the crease, Peter.
Ah, I see. Charlie Smart was out of the crease. Well, thank you, Steve, for picking that up. Battle between Lindsay, Martini, and we've got Resnick. And that drifts back to Ben Gabbard in the Adelaide end. Aussie Joe with the puck right now. Takes it wide. Tries the short side again, and another stop by Smart. Critchlow was celebrating a goal. I don't know why. I think it's just because the net came off as he stopped it. So.
He thought the cameras were on him. No, but again, Joseph Resnick, such a clever player. He saw it scored in the first period on it, so he's tried another 2 times now here in the last minute with those opportunities.
Wow.
Stick to it. And also, of course, he knows that Charlie Smart's been struggling with his rebounds as well too. So
yeah, it's a better chance of rebounds if you hit him that side of the body. Right?
Yep.
Chipped in there by Shane Southwood, who's getting a shift out there with Powell. There's got Chalker, Hayden Sheard. 1 minute remains in this period. A quick shot. Just a little squeeze wrist shot by Hayden Sheard, who's playing some D tonight.
And then took the hit as well too. I mean, so strong on these skates.
This is a kid that grew up in this rink. He actually literally grew up in this rink because both of his parents worked here. So pretty much it's a classic rink rat where he was a kid that was there skating on the ice as his amusement much of his childhood. So.
Well, as I said, I think he'll make a great defenseman. His puck protection is terrific. He's got a shot, and even then, that shot just then gave us the face-off opportunity, which is very clever. With 44 seconds to go, we've got the import line on. We've got Poulin out there with the boomer. So if we can win this face-off, maybe we'll get another goal before we go to the break.
Well, looks like Sebastian's got a boomer too. That last goal. He's got the puck right now. Tries the short side where he's got a couple of teammates there to bump in a rebound. And it's gone out now to the far side and thrown down ice from Malloy to bump down, hit a neutral ice, scoops it in, and it's picked up by Babineau. Babineau carries. Critchlow is looking for it, but it's gone back to safety, and we've got 20 seconds remaining in the period, so Adelaide timing it, so they've just got one opportunity. 14 seconds, Malloy bounces off the boards, and it goes to safety. We've got 8 seconds with a chance for Newcastle. Kewen. No, bumped off the puck. It goes in the corner, so that'll see out the period, I expect. Yep, no one's going to take any chances at this point. 3-all. Well,
wow.
Ended up being a pretty tight period there, Steve.
Yeah, and look, hold on to your seat. I mean, that was just brilliant, the way the action went backwards and forwards. Again, penalties makes things a little bit difficult sometimes out on the ice, but I really applaud the Northstars for the way that they came back, because getting that short-handed goal, that could have taken all the wind out of their sail, but they came back so hard, and to go in at 3-all, let's make it 0-0, and they've got 20 minutes to go to really get on top and maybe help turn around their season, because they really need the 3 points from this. 2 would be lovely, 1's better than nothing, but I mean they really need the 3 points and put some distance between them and Adelaide, because they're both on the same points at the moment at the bottom of the table. So Adelaide will want that as well too. They don't want to sit on the bottom of the table.
There's to be plenty of pressure, plenty of feeling in this last period. Steve, I think before we sign off for this period, we didn't get to go through the team list at the beginning of the stream, and most of the people would have picked it up until the second period started. So I might just go through, and just in case people were missing out on names, numbers, etc. So just for Adelaide, we've got backing up is Seb Woodlands in goal, number 1. Number 5 is Casey Babineau. Number 6, Zach Boyle. Number 7, Ryan Folt. Number 10, Greg Oddie. Number 11, Cam Critchlow. 14, Remy McGuinness. 16 is Jake Riley. 17, Marcel McGuinness. 18, Alicia Kotoska. 19, Joseph Resnick. 22 is Brad Chenoweth. 23, David Huxley. 27, Ben Gebbert. And 35 in goal, Matt Murphy.
The Newcastle Northstars tonight. We start with number 3, Matt Lindsay, one of our alternate captains. Then number 8, Hamish Powell. I love that. Harry. What do you call it? Harry Potter. That's. I just love that.
Wasn't that yours?
Yeah, actually, when I think about it, probably was mine. Yeah. Number 11 is Tim Stanger, having a great game tonight. Actually, he's been involved in a couple of things, had a couple of shots on net. Number 12 is Joseph Harcharik, who again one of our imports. Number 14, Kale Kabashian, again another import, and Kale's had a massive influence on this game with 2 huge passes in the first period. 16, Jason Chalker, playing defence tonight. Number 20, and our captain is Robert Malloy. A couple of big hits, and he certainly prevented the breakaway goal from happening as well too during that period. Number 23, another one of our alternate captains, is Matt Wattini. Has again had a really good game, playing a defensive role this year, and that's been a strange one. He's always been a forward, so the way he's absorbed the pressure that's been put on him is terrific. It's a real credit to him. Number 24, Jonathan Root, has some fantastic shot blocks tonight. 25 is Dave Ferrari. Haven't spoken much about Dave tonight. He's been on the ice.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
He's just doing his thing.
He's just doing his thing. Number 27, Liam Manwaring, playing centre tonight and struggling on some of the face-off work, but it's good to see him out there in the middle. 31, and our starting goalie is Charlie Smart. The backup goalie tonight, number 33, is Nick Mizzen. 44, boom, Felix Antoine Poulin. That shot, they scored the 3rd goal for the Northstars, was a classic. 71 is Shane Southwood. Number 91, Pat Naden's had another good game tonight. 96 is Steve Coohan. And last but not least, 58, Hayden Sheard, having a marvellous game in the role that I believe he's made for, defence.
So coaching for the Adrenaline, we've got Sammy Monteer, used to play a great game for the Adrenaline himself, and Mike Biergard is team manager. Well folks, we're going to leave you for the next 12 minutes or so. We'll be back for the 3rd and final period. 20 minutes to come with this gripping Australian Ice Hockey League game, the Newcastle Northstars 3 versus the Adelaide Adrenaline 3.
I can't help it, Peter. Let's go Northstars.
Steve.
Here come the Braves, and a save there, and they score! So here's Lassett with a shot, and he scores! He drives it in, walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood. Teresi gets a shot away and scores! 4-4. Lachlan going to the net, shoots, and he scores! And then towards Cox, goes to the shot away, Davis makes the save. No, it's in! It's in! First over the lead!
Live from Hunter Ice Skating Stadium in Newcastle, this is AIHL TV. The 2017 regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Borealis are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
That's one of the great things about this defensive strategy that they're using there. The way Matt Tini was able to step up and hit very, very quickly took all the load off the Northstars.
Adelaide picked that up, and it's forced offside at the blue line. We've got to stop a play, so we've got 19 minutes and 31 seconds left in the game, Steve. So
yeah, well, that's it. I really like the way the Northstars are playing defensively tonight. It's forcing Adelaide to go wide, and really the goals that they've been able to score, really, I don't want to say it's a fluke. It was a brilliant shot over Charlie's shoulder, but then also the short-handed one. They've really been goals that have come from being out wide and being frustrated or trying to make something happen themselves. So the Northstars have done really well there. We just need to start scoring goals.
So maybe you say more circumstantial as opposed to planned?
Correct.
Okay, I can live with that. Puck is deep, and stop of play is that's icing, and Newcastle will go back to their own end, 1917. So we might recap it again, because I know some people had problems with some of the URLs, so if you missed that second period. So we had pretty much Newcastle's period in first. They had 2 goals and 1 waved off, but Adelaide did get one back with Joe Rezick hitting one over the shoulder of Charlie Smart to make it 2-1, and then Adelaide came back in the second with 2 goals, and one of those short-handed, so that was not pretty for Newcastle, but we had a leveller by Kabashian just stepping in at high speed onto a puck to one time it right to the top. Kewen now setting up behind the net, so some pressure here on Adelaide as we've got equal teams, but good shift for Newcastle so far. That's off a skate, and it's going to be out of the zone. So Adelaide on the attack. Aussie Joe, number 19, takes a long shot, and that's easily gloved down by Charlie Smart. We've got to stop a play, Steve.
Yeah, and as you're saying, Peter, in that second period, really Adelaide came back at 100 mile an hour and did a great job getting up, but then the Northstars, to their credit, didn't hang their head. They came through hard as well too, and that absolute bullet by Poulin to level the scores was a beautiful shot from the point. So the Northstars need to keep this possession game going for them, because it's worked so well in the first period. So if they can get back to that game, then they should take this quite easily.
Adelaide keep that alive in the zone, putting some pressure on Newcastle with 3-3. So there's everything in this game. These two teams both desperate to keep this season alive, even though the chances at this stage are pretty slim of making the finals. Southwood pushes the younger fella off the puck. He went down. There was Marcel. Under 18 must weigh around 60 kilos of that, so easily bumped off the puck. Newcastle down the right wing, fired on net, and an easy glove down by Murphy. A big rebound given, but no harm done. Another shot on net and a save by Murphy, that off Hayden Sheard.
Yeah, good play there by Hayden Sheard to throw it at the glove of Murphy, so because there was no one standing around in front of the net. But by doing that, we now have a face-off in this zone, and the import line comes on. And hopefully we'll see a turnaround in the face-offs, because we've been struggling to win them tonight.
So they're up against Adelaide's top line with Critchlow, Rezick, Babineau, and the captain Huxley, as well as Alish Protoska, and of course the other import on the net. On the ice is the goalie, Matt Murphy, from North American College system. Truska is off with a bit of speed up the left wing. He trips up a little bit on the blue line, and they do get a second shot away. Saved by Smart. It's loose, and he smothers it. It's keeping Critchlow off the puck, and we've got to stop a play.
Yeah, another thing that Smart has struggled with a bit tonight is the rebounds that were let out. And again, there was another one dropped right in front of him, right in front of the net. He did a fantastic job to cover it up and get rid of it. The thing we've got to do is try and stop that from actually happening. He needs to be stronger on the puck and absorbing it more in the body so that those rebounds aren't coming out, because it has been a struggle for him tonight, and in fact that's how Adelaide did score their second goal.
And there's been a couple of near misses as well where he's had rebounds. That's gone to the blue line, kept in by Huxley. He fakes, he does fire, but it's well wide of the net. And Petrosca trying to gather it. Newcastle trying to clear a bouncing puck. It's still bouncing with a shot on net by Huxley. It goes a little wide and it's picked up by Dave Ferrari. Newcastle trying to break it now. It's off the half boards again.
Clever.
And Ruth has the puck and sends it down slowly, and it is waved off. I think it touched one of the Adelaide players leaving the ice.
Great speed by Manwaring to actually upset the Adelaide Adrenaline and just keep the puck in their zone.
McGuinness, but is it Marcel McGuinness?
Oh, good hit too.
Nearly cleaned up who was taken out there. One of the Adelaide players was bumped. Critchlow, was it? And a shot on net is stopped by Charlie Smart. 17:07 left in the game.
Now that's the kind of save that Charlie wants to make, and I'm sure will continue to want to make during this period, just absorbing the puck, take it into his body so there's no rebound. And it gives us a chance to reset in the zone as well too, and get the import line out and put a bit more pressure on Adelaide, because it looks like Adelaide's been caught here with their young guys out there, so they might struggle now.
Opportunity for Newcastle. They're in their own end though, so that's one thing going for Adelaide on this face-off. Newcastle win it. They have the possession right now. Up the right wing they go, and the pass, it just gets beyond Charik, and is that an icing call? Are they too far? Yes, they're going back.
I'll tell you, there's a player that I haven't seen on the ice for quite some time, Peter, and that's Greg Oddie.
That's true.
I wonder if he's picked up an injury.
I don't remember seeing him in the second period. Face off, Newcastle win that one. Felix Poulin has the puck, being harassed by Critchlow. He gets the pass away into the zone now. Newcastle coming with a bit of attack. Hacharik gets some space.
Oh, great.
Some fancy handling by Kardashian, but can't get the pass away cleanly, and that's stopped by Murphy.
Fantastic pass there by Hacharik to see Kardashian and get the puck to him. Again, Kardashian just not quite having the hands tonight to be able to get that shot away.
Yeah, Kel's had some awesome passes, but hasn't getting his shots away.
No,
So
he hasn't really.
it's been a passing, not a shooting game for him so far. Southwood will face off versus Critchlow, and Critchlow wins that. Goes around to the captain, Huxley, 23. He gets a short little pass to Critchlow. Forced wide by Sheard and Southwood, and Newcastle get it out of the zone, and Adelaide will get possession though.
Oh,
Loss of possession, gone to Newcastle player. Is that
he's got him
It
again.
is Hamish Powell, and Hamish got tripped up, I think, and has been called on Adelaide. Yes, so an opportunity for Newcastle here. 16:15 left in this game.
That's the second time tonight that Zach Boyle's been caught with a player just getting a little bit of a step on him, so that he had to rely on either a trip or a hook. In this case, it was hooking to try and nullify the play. And he's going to pay for it now. This is the Northstars' opportunity. I mean, if they can pump a goal now, momentum can start to swing with them. Because Adelaide has looked a little bit tired, and more tired as the period went on in the second period. They've had a rest now, obviously. We've only played 3 minutes in this period.
Joe Resnick said he's going slow record getting to the bench there. He's trying to hold up the game a little bit to rest his players. And that clearing attempt has gone right down the other end for Charlie Smart to stop. There's no icing, while Adelaide are killing this penalty. Newcastle with possession, they give and go. Pullen takes the other side, so up the left wing they go. Kardashian gets some speed up. He's forced wide though, he's looking inside. Chance in front. Malloy doing the same move as he scored in that first goal, but this time Murphy was ready for it. And a hit by Malloy on Katroska. Into the zone they go. Newcastle on the attack again, but they've lost it to an Adelaide player, and jumping on it is Murphy to stop play, with Malloy coming in to put pressure on.
Oh, how clever was that pass again from Kardashian. Unfortunately, Malloy wasn't just able to get his stick down there because there's a bit more pressure from the Adelaide defender that time. But a great play. It worked the first period. Why wouldn't we try it again and see how it happens? But what I'd love to do is see them set up here and let Poulin let that boomer go again.
He does have a huge shot. Waiting for the face-off is Kardashian, and we've got a change of players here from Adelaide. Of course, it works in their favour at the moment to let the to hold up a little. And Rick West is actually at the benches, so there's something else going on, so it's not the player's fault. Alright, we're going to get underway. To the right of Murphy, Kabashian versus Rezic.
Come on, Carl, win this.
He's been chosen because he's a left
got
shot.
it.
He's won the face-off. He's kept it at the blue line. Adelaide appeal, but it's okay by the lining. I mean, that was Kewen at the blue line. He's got the puck back, looking for a shot. Takes the shot, tries the bottom corner and just wide. That's to the blue line and over it goes. So Kabashian has to shield the puck from Rezic. Newcastle now moving forward. Into the zone they go. Kabashian needs someone to pass to. Kewen gets in there, but Babineau cuts it off.
Oh.
Touched by Malloy just wide of the net. His Murphy was out to save it, but couldn't have stopped that if Malloy got it directed correctly, and that's stuck under some bodies in the corner. And frozen the puck, so we'll have a stopper play to the left of Murphy.
Okay, so Resic's got a 10-minute misconduct for talking to, discussing things in an impolite way. It looks like Huxley's got a 2-minute penalty for delay of game by not playing the puck out of the corner. So Adelaide could be in trouble here.
Yeah, that's not tactically sound. So the skipper's come out, being Huxley, to get the explanation from Rick West.
You've got to make some sort of effort to play the puck when it's in the corner. So to absolutely do nothing and just keep your hand on it, there's always a disaster waiting to happen. So it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-3 scenario here, probably.
Unless it's just a 10 for Rezic, it could be 5-on-4.
Well, Resic's gone to the bench. He hasn't actually gone to the penalty box. But the referee certainly gave him the signal.
Right, so there's two. There's another 2 up there, and they already had one off. So it will be a 5-on-3 because they haven't killed the previous penalty.
So they're going to struggle for 47 seconds.
I don't know if there's a 10 as well, or if there's another 2 to appear after the others expire, which is a possibility.
Now, if Joseph Resic has been given a 10-minute misconduct, then Adelaide is going to struggle, because without Greg Oddie, as they're one of the senior players, now to have Joseph Resic out,
this is harsher on it.
This is going to be tough for him to come back. But, to be honest, I have no sympathy. The penalty down the corner
that one was pretty clear on the rules. You can't just lay on it or put your hand over it.
Correct. Adelaide has 4 skaters on the ice.
Didn't see that Newcastle were getting one. So it might be McGuinness going to the bench.
I'm still trying to work it all out. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. But in news of other games,
what do you got, Steve?
Canberra Brave 6-0 against the Bears. I think they might have that game sorted out quite well.
Yeah, I'm glad Newcastle aren't going back there again this year. It's such a tough place to play. Is this another penalty, Deb? Yeah. So Benny Gabbard has also had a go, and looks like he's going to sit for some too. Probably a personal, not a team penalty. But this is a team that's also getting a bit tired, although this long break is going to help them a bit.
Oh, absolutely. Yep. It has to be 5-on-3, surely. Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to have a 5-on-3, at least for
47 seconds.
For 47 seconds. It could even be longer if there's another 2 stacked up, but I don't think that's the case. I think the others were personals, 10-minute penalties. Face off, and we're back underway. Malloy gets it to Pullen. So we've got a 5-on-3 here, so a great opportunity for Newcastle, although they haven't done so well with them this year. Hartcharik to the point, shot, saved by Murphy off the skate of Kewen and cleared by Adrenaline.
I think Kewen was very, very glad that didn't hit him. That was so close. But Murphy did a great job through the screen to be able to hang on to that.
Brad Chenoweth is getting a bit of a run here. We haven't seen much of him tonight. So Kabashian has the puck stolen by Chenoweth. He's one of the young guys, under 18, but he's done a great job out there. And streaking through the zone, burning heaps of time. Is that Joey Resnick?
It sure
It
is.
Okay, so he didn't get a penalty.
Certainly the signal from the referee was a 10-minute misconduct, so it must be Jabir probably got it. Be one of the players anyway. Probably the player over there with his helmet off.
Battle for the puck continues. There's sticks and pucks flying around everywhere. Newcastle come out with it. We've got about 14 minutes left in this game. Newcastle still have 49 seconds of 5-on-3 after there was another penalty to come up.
Yes.
Backdoor puck shot by Lindsay goes just wide and he hits the post. Another chance. Kabashian steps in, tries a backdoor. Waiting for him was Kewen, but he couldn't connect. Two great chances, but it's not going in for Newcastle. Adelaide got 28 seconds to survive this 5-on-3, and then a bit more for the other for the penalty. Lindsay has to bat it down with a fist through Poulin, and desperate attempt there to get it out by Katroska to the blue line. Kewen backhand, saved by Murphy, loose in front, scores!
Oh yes, nice goal.
Too much pressure in the end. Murphy couldn't do it all, and that'll rub one penalty off. They'll still have one more to go. There's 9 seconds left in that 5-on-3. So it's a 4-3 lead for Newcastle.
And I mean, really, that's what I'd like to see on the power play. Shots, 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 shots. And that's exactly what happened then. There's just so much traffic around Murphy that really, the poor guy had no hope.
Yeah.
So it was fantastic.
He'd made plenty of saves already, going from side to side of the net. But Joe Harcharik had already had a backhand attempt, and that time he just had too much time to be able to put it through Murphy, who was already moving laterally, and put that one up. So there wasn't a lot of animation from Newcastle. I mean, it was probably more of a relief goal, and rather than impassioned. We're going to change the lines as Ferrari comes on.
That's really a second power play unit here now. With this 5-on-4.
So a 4-3 lead now for Newcastle. Into the zone they come. Naden drives the net. He goes around behind. He's looking for some support. He's got Jonathan Ruth. 42 seconds remains in this power play. To Southwood. Tries a short side. It's off a stick and into the netting, so we'll stay inside. Or is he signalling out? No, I think he's signalling inside.
Yeah, look, it's great that Shane Southwood had a shot then. Probably the angle wasn't quite right. It's very hard to score from there.
Pretty acute angle from there.
And the goal line, so probably feeding it back would have probably been a better play at that stage. But anyway, what it did do is give us a face-off, and it allows the imports to come out to try and stretch this lead now, which is 1 goal, 4-3. It's gone up actually on the scoreboard here inside the rink, but it is actually 4-3 for the Northstars where we're sitting at the moment, and there's still a power play for another 31 seconds.
Well, the score's correct on the feed. That's all that counts, Steve.
That's all that counts.
Newcastle still in the power play for 23 seconds. Now it's Kabashian. He has Hacharik with him. And waiting for it at the blue line is Poulin. Hacharik now. He's got Malloy down low in the dirty areas right in front of the net. Kewen at the blue line. It's a bit of a reversal. Often it's Malloy at the blue line. But Malloy is willing to take some licks. He always has been. Something he used to do for the Ice Dogs several years ago. That pass hits the skate of Katroska, but players are skating by it, can't reach out to grab it. Newcastle will pick it up. Penalties are over, so it's a 4-3 lead. We're even. Driving to the net, save by Murphy on Kabashian right up close.
Yeah, great play by Kabashian. Everyone in the building was thinking he was going to pass, but he was looking for the shot. And Murphy did a good job to come over and be square, so there was no rebound from it either. That's a good result for Newcastle to score on that power play. Now that puts a little bit more pressure on Adelaide, and I don't think Adelaide's going to have that to come back into the game tonight.
Immediately we've got Coach Petrie using all of his lines as well, so he's saving the energy of his top line. It's now he's got that luxury of being ahead. Marcel tries to pass it off the boards and nearly kills Will Loss with the camera there.
Mark Bradford.
Yeah, he's got fast reflexes. He's been doing that for many years. He always protects the camera first and body second, though.
And I like the way that all the bench is getting used tonight. It obviously gives everyone some inclusion in the game, but it also allows the imports to have a bit more of a rest so that when they do come out, they're going to be fresh and strong. And Adelaide are going to struggle with that pressure.
Well, I've really enjoyed seeing some of these young Adelaide players when they came up here in previous tournaments, where they've had Tange and the Free and that sort of stuff. So it's been a bit of a thrill for me to see some second-generation players like Ryan Foll, and we've got Jake Riley, some guys I'm really looking forward to being, the Wahib Daj of the future Australian team.
We've picked up a penalty here. Looks like it might be Tim Stanger, unfortunately.
Yeah, a bit of a cook in the corner there. He's been called for. So here's an opportunity for Adelaide. We've still got 11:27 left in the game. They equal up here. It really opens it up.
Yeah, they're coach killers, those sort of penalties. There really was no need for it at all. And I think, to be honest, Stanger was a little bit unlucky because Rory McGuinness sort of skated over his stick. He's been called for interference. So they got to kill this, Peter. They got to kill this. It'd be interesting to see if they're as aggressive as they were in the first period on the PK.
To the blue line, kept in by Babineau. Now it's Chenoweth, pardon me. Just catching up on names and numbers as I see them. And a stop of play, I think. Is that the net off?
Might be the net off again.
So a bit of action around the net has knocked it off the moorings, and we've got to stop a play. There's 11:15 left in the game. There's 1:48 left in the Adelaide power play.
Well, that's what Adelaide have to do, is put people at the net and unsettle Smart. That would be the thing that they need to be doing.
Back underway. Newcastle won that face-off, but they can't get out of the zone. Babineau there to cut it off. Picked up in front of the net by Newcastle. They'll lob shot it down. It bounces down towards Murphy, who gets a stick on it. Gets instructions from Gibbett. It's getting onto it now. It's Chenoweth. He's with Babineau. And he walks the blue line. He gets it in eventually and hands it off to, I think, is it Remy McGuinness? Can't see the numbers here. It's Rezic.
Mm-hmm.
Gibbett now takes it down to the corner. Up to Babineau. Half boards now. Adelaide trying to move it around.
Another rebound.
Another rebound off Smart, but it's gone behind the red line, so no problem. And bouncing pass. Trosson could have been called for interference in that one. He was moving across to the player without the puck.
Newcastle were very unlucky.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit obvious, but I'm quite happy it wasn't called. Let's get on with it. Gibbett. Stick check by Kabashian. Still alive. That shot was a weak one, but it made it tricky, but Smart still made the save. And that's out of the zone. Hits the penalty door, and Kotroska now has to skate around Root to get in the zone. He does so, but loses puck, and that's sent back down by Newcastle. We've got 25 seconds left of power play for Adelaide. Chenoweth.
Good strong play by Newcastle defence to force that play out wide.
Gets it to Boyle, who's going wide, and that's what they have been doing, forcing them wide. Walking the blue line is Rezic. He tries a quick snapshot, and it doesn't get through to Smart, who wasn't quite set, so it was fortunate for him.
Yeah, Root's doing
And
again
we've
another
seen the
great
end of
job
the
blocking
power
those
play.
shots.
So a good PK from Newcastle. Back on comes Stanger. He's checking the bench to go off. He stays on. And Adelaide have got some pressure on here.
Well, the golden rule is if the puck's in your end at the end of the power penalty kill, get on there and help.
That's fair enough. At the blue line, stays on side, but it's turned around, so Newcastle go back to collect it, but it turns out to be icing on Adelaide, so back they go to Murphy's End.
And there's some Adelaide boys puffing big time.
Well, they've got a shortened bench now with a couple of guys sitting.
And Sammy doesn't look like he's going to be calling a timeout. Joseph Resick was looking at the bench thinking, this would be a good opportunity, Sammy. Timeout, buddy.
Please, give me a timeout. I think, no, let's drop the puck. Let's go.
Yep. See if Kabashian can win this back to Kuhn. Unfortunately
pushes
not.
it forward, but it's gone to Boyle, and he tries to get it out. Kept in by Malloy. Successfully, it turns out. Puck bounces, goes to Hacharik. Sends it behind him, and no-look pass. He does connect with Malloy, but he had no room. A bit of a hospital pass. Remy McGuinness is on the case. Bashing. Top of the circle, fires, and it's off the crossbar and into the crowd. It's a crowd killer.
Wow. Luckily that didn't hit anyone.
We've got one happy guy with a souvenir right now.
Hayden Shaffron, I'm sure, has got plenty of pucks at home. But he'll take that one.
He's season hockey player himself.
Newcastle's line is staying on the ice here. The import line.
He's offered up to a couple of the kids, local kids who have happily taken it. Battle for the puck. It's like a lumberjack party over there. There's chopping away. Newcastle setting up in front, and a nice save. Marcel getting a stick on that. McGuinness, that is. Adelaide cut off their pass, and McGuinness back on. He takes it up with Babineau, and a quick shot is wide or off the pads there. Oh, Smart. It's getting on it with Newcastle with speed. Here come. I think it's Malloy. No, it's Kabashian. Takes a shot. Can't get it past Chenoweth. He did great to close down that option. Take away his space, and now it's Remy McGuinness. These young Adelaide players are doing quite an outstanding job against some of the Newcastle's imports and expats. Southwood now against Marcel McGuinness. Gives him a hit as he comes through, and now it's Chenoweth taking a hit. So that's something I haven't seen Newcastle do for weeks, is put on some hits. They've done a few tonight, which is a good sign. It means they're getting the game together for me.
Absolutely. You really the other team needs to know that you're in this game. And by putting bodies on, especially with this line that's out there now, Powell, Stanger, I mean, these guys don't mind hitting at all.
Well, they used to love it, but we haven't seen as much from them lately. Off the back glass and picked up by Gebbett. He gets a pass, just touches Chenoweth as it goes past, but now it's in Hayden Sheard's possession. Looking for options. He skates it up himself.
And throw it in.
He's going to take it in. Takes a long shot off the blocker, but it goes to Cooan.
Oh, unlucky.
Spin and shot by Powell. And now it's Zach Boyle. He's got the puck for Adelaide. He's going to take it in. He's covered pretty well by Chalker. Whoa. And the puck goes well wide of Smart's net. Loose. And off the boards and into neutral ice. So it's a bit of safety for Newcastle. They're changing those. So under pressure. Chenoweth takes it in himself. Streaking across, he's cut off, and his shot couldn't get away. Newcastle an opportunity, but there is a stop of play. Is a penalty of some sort.
Looks like too many men on the ice.
Looks like it's going to Newcastle.
There's 6 guys out there all wearing blue, so I don't know how that happened.
That's an easy penalty. 6:39, another opportunity for Adelaide to get back in this. Equalise, and the game is blown open.
Well, this is the kind of thing that Newcastle did not want to happen. The penalty to Stanger for interference, too many men on the ice. These are penalties that are very avoidable. And what we're doing is putting more pressure on ourselves, and Adelaide is saying thank you. They're tired, you can see that. But I mean, they're only 5-on-4 now, so they'll be very thankful for this opportunity.
Sure will. Gebbett keeps it in at the blue line. Adelaide, and a bit of pressure on the Newcastle penalty kill, and it's lobbed down to Murphy in Adelaide's end. So that's killed off 15 seconds, or maybe 20 now. Gebbett, left wing. Acharik skiing up along Chenoweth, and he gets a stick out and breaks up the play. Now they come into the zone. Katroska, shot, and it's up into the glass off of Smart. Newcastle with possession right now, though. Happy to waste time.
Oh, that was
bumped
clever.
it in and tried to chase it, does Kabashian, but it was cut off there by Gebbett. Experienced campaigner, and another penalty, I think. A hocking call. I think this one might be on Adelaide.
No, this is on Newcastle.
Oh, 5-on-3. What a terrible penalty to take at this stage.
Lindsay has been called.
Matthew Lindsay. Should have known.
Unfortunately, he just got his stick in the wrong spot.
Well, this is a huge opportunity for Adelaide, although they're tired and they've had their power play out already. So
I tell you, there's nothing that puts more
will Sammy call it timeout now? Is it a good time for timeout?
More spring in your step, mate, than a 5-on-3. There's nothing better than that. Sammy has called a timeout.
1 point
he was
Peter,
saving it.
0 point Steve.
It was a good opportunity because he really needs to score now. I mean, a 5-on-3, and he's going to have that for 1 minute and 11 seconds, and then obviously 5-on-4 for another 49 seconds after that if they don't get a goal on the 5-on-3. So Newcastle is going to have to really be clever on this and either play their triangles or play the L, whichever way they want to do on the 5-on-3, so they keep the puck away from the net. But this is a real opportunity for Adelaide. And really, no one's got themselves to blame more than the Northstars for the fact that they did it.
Yeah, it's been unforced errors, as they'd say in tennis.
Correct.
So, yeah, this is a bit of control, a bit of... Well, I thought it's been discipline. They've been pretty disciplined. They've not been making emotional responses, but they've just not been tidy enough.
Look, the discipline's been fine, but I mean, as I said, too many men on the ice, that's a real problem.
Yeah.
To get that with 6 minutes to go in the game. The penalty to Lindsay was just unlucky because he got his stick caught in the wrong spot. That can happen any time in a game. But really, they've got to kill this. This can help Newcastle immensely with momentum if they can kill this.
Let's see how they do. They have a lead, but they've got 1 minute and 11 to kill of 5-on-3. And they've started off well, and we're taking it down to 1 minute. Adelaide are going to bring it back in. So we've got Poulin, we've got Kewen, and probably Malloy, I think, he'd be that person. Trying to keep this puck out. Scores from the top of the circle.
I was just about
Joey
to say,
Rezek.
that is not the man you want to have the puck. And
One-timer, and in it goes. So we've got an equal game, so that is costly as you can get for Newcastle.
Rezek set that up perfectly right from the word go to get it into the zone. Then he just set himself ready for the one-timer. And I mean, he does the moon dance. And he was just waiting for the puck and knew exactly where he wanted to put it, right across Charlie Smart in the net. So good shot, great shot. But again, Newcastle has brought that upon themselves. Now they're going to have to kill for a minute 39 on a 5-on-4, and they really need to do this.
They certainly do. 5:29 left in the game. We're at equal 4 versus 4. And Rick West about to drop the puck. Here we go. 5.5 minutes to go. One by Adelaide. They have possession. Babineau takes it wide. Gets the pass away to Chenoweth. He tries to go through the middle. He's cut off by Poulin, 44. Back to the blue line it goes. So Newcastle still killing a penalty. Babineau from the high slot. And a save by Smart into the corner.
And that's where you want the rebound to be, in the corner, not in front of the net. Good save by Smart.
Calling for it again is Rezek. He has it. He waits. He does a quick snapshot, and it's safe. And thrown up around the netting, and they stop a play.
Yeah, I think that's probably come off an Adelaide player, so in theory it should probably be outside. We'll see. No,
So they're facing off in Newcastle then.
Obviously came off a
Deflection,
Newcastle
I
player.
guess. Face off to the right of Charlie Smart. We've got 1:02 remaining in this power play for Adelaide. Newcastle must kill this penalty. There won't be a lot of time to get any back afterwards. Spin and fires, and it's wide. Kept at the blue line by Rezek. No, he's lost the puck.
He's lost it.
Chance for Newcastle, streaking away, but he's got lots of traffic.
Oh,
Driving the net is Kewen, but Rezek gets it back. He tries to long pass to Koska. He's left it behind for Chenoweth. And well, I think Malloy's just taken a stick to the face, but it's not been picked up, so
not happy.
they're playing on.
That's a big elbow he just threw then, and he just slashed the lip.
And a shot by Chenoweth bounces off a Newcastle player. We've got a loose glove.
Yeah, this is starting to get a little bit ugly.
Some frustration here from both teams. Adelaide with 11 seconds remaining in the power play. Chenoweth forced wide. Gets a pass inside. Power play about to end. Teams are even. On comes Lindsay. Comes back to help.
They need to face off pretty quickly so they can reset again.
Newcastle going to carry it down. Into the zone they go. Lindsay takes a shot. Fresh out of the box and saved by Murphy. 3:35 left. We're back to even.
That's exactly what we needed to do. Get a face-off down in this zone. Just have everyone relax so that they can reset again.
Is that another penalty?
Now we've got a penalty coming up against Adelaide. This time for
Aussie
looking.
Joe. He's very frustrated.
That's 18.
It was 18. It was Trikoski.
Yep.
can't tell 18 from 19 when they can't see the bottom of the numbers.
Now again, momentum swinging back towards Newcastle now. They're on the power play. Now just how often penalties can kill you, especially late in the game. There's 3 minutes 35 to go. Newcastle have done very well on the power play tonight. Lots of opportunities, lots of shots at the net.
It's pretty likely this game will be decided upon this power play. It seems pretty obvious, but it's a massive opportunity for Newcastle. And a risk for Adelaide. 4 all. Under 3.5 minutes. Here comes Newcastle. Breaking out with some speed. Up the middle they go. I think they're going to pick the left wing. No, Pullen goes up the middle. Waits, fakes. Setting up now. So they're taking their time. Kibashian gets it to Pullen again. Walks the blue line. He's got a big screen. Saved by Murphy, and again. Froze in the park with Malloy and Charek right in front.
How that puck got thrown in and hit Malloy, unfortunately, but it bounced right there in between both him and Harcharek, and neither of them could turn to get the shot away. So a good play by Pullen to throw the puck at the net, and that's really what we need to have happen more. Get that puck to the net more. That's where all the good things happen.
Face off. Kibashian, a little wide.
Good win.
He wins it though. Pullen gets it back to Kibashian. So quick with the stick. Gets it back, sets up, shot and a save. It was off the shoulder of Murphy. Pretty close to going in. Kibashian works it out of the corner, gets it up high, but Pullen's got no room. Takes a shot, a rebound. Shot by Malloy is up off a stick and high.
Mm-hmm. Again, nice play there, and Pullen was just waiting for it. I would like to have seen him take a slapper, but because he's got such a boomer when he lets it go. But just the wrister at least put it in there. And unfortunately for Malloy, up into the netting.
Face up will be to the left of Murphy. Timeout. Timeout Newcastle.
Yeah, it looks like the boys on the ice have called a timeout so they can have a bit of a rest and reset, because with 1 minute and 4 seconds to go, they can get a plan set up.
This is their opportunity, just like it was for Adelaide when they had that 5-on-3. They want to rest these guys, make sure they're good, hopefully for the rest of the 2:39 or most of that.
Well, I think the important thing is Kibashian has the puck on his stick, because whenever he has, he's looked dangerous. Same as Resic has done the same role for Adelaide. So if he can have the puck, get the 2 perimeter guys to get the shot away, and then have Malloy bang away for rebounds, puck should go on the net.
We'll see if your theory holds up, Stephen.
Okay, we'll see if can we get the camera to zoom down on the board there so we can see if he agrees with me?
Yeah. Not yet. We are working on that sort of comms.
Oh, that'd be great. Give away all the secrets to all the other teams around the league.
No, I mean so that the camera crew are listening to us. I don't know if they really want to hear us though. Right, the face-off about to happen to the left of Murphy. We've got...
Be strong on the face-off.
22, Chenoweth versus... It's Kibashian, 14.
He's won this one. Give him the puck.
Kibashian up to the blue line from Malloy. To Pullen. Waits. Hartrick. To Pullen. Back to Hartrick moving in. In close for Malloy. Tries the back door. We had Kibashian sneaking in. And Joey Resic's appealing for a penalty. It was a little bit contrived to try to grab Malloy's stick. Into the zone comes Hartrick and tries a slick move, but does not get the shot away straight. It was a bit of a drag move. Adelaide with possession. Chenoweth up the right wing.
There's 18 seconds to go.
Takes a shot, and it's wide of Charlie Smart. It's 18 seconds. We've got 8 seconds now with power play for Newcastle. It is. There's 1:41 left in the game. Into the zone comes Newcastle. Kibashian waits. In close. Saved by Murphy. It's Luso and picked up by Adelaide players. Chenoweth pursued by Ruth. Kept in the zone for a moment. It's into the bench and a stop of play. We've got 1:28 left of regular time.
Good play there by Southwood to actually try and keep the puck in the zone. Unfortunately, the face-off is just outside, but at least we're a long way away from the Newcastle net, and we can start putting pressure on the Adelaide Adrenaline, because they're tired. They're very tired.
Well, a shootout is what neither team wants here either, because it doesn't really do any good. So it could be high stakes here for this final minute and a half. Face off outside the zone. Off the skate of Gebbett as Adelaide have won the face off. Newcastle trying to get away. They do, but they're in a phone booth here. That's been wearing. And we've got even.
Oh, good play to keep it in.
We've got Jonathan Ruth now with the puck. 24 for Newcastle. Jumped in, skating onto his been wearing. Around the boards he goes. He sends it back for Ruth to pick up. He's pressing the boards. We've got 58 seconds left in the game. Been wearing now. Circles. Tries a shot. It's off a shin pad and out of the zone. Dumped in by David Ferrari. We've got a change of line. So this will be the last 45 seconds here. Shootout being pretty likely now. Babineau. Not keen to move it yet. He does so now. Rezic. Happy for a shootout, I'd say.
Oh, absolutely. They would be wrapped in that. Being they were behind by a goal.
They do have an import goalie too, which is another advantage for them in their shootout. Massive advantage in the shootout.
Yes.
So they're saying we've got that much.
Feed it. There we go.
We've got that much confidence in our goalie. We'll take the shootout. Thank you. So.
Well, I mean, they would have liked to come here thinking they were going to get points, and when they were down by a goal, 4-3, they would have been really wow. And then penalties obviously helped them get back into the game, and 4-4 now, they know they're going to get at least a point. But when you go to a shootout, hey, it's a lottery, so they could end up with 2 points even. At one stage, they're looking at getting nothing, so they'd be very, very happy this is going to shootout.
Yeah, it could have been 3-0. Face off outside the zone, just 10 seconds to go. Adelaide aren't able to clear it successfully. Newcastle trying to keep alive. They want the goal. They want the 3 points. But it's not going to happen as the puck dribbles down the far end for Charlie Smart to freeze. We're going to shootout.
We're going to shootout.
4-0 at the end of regular time.
Now, last time I watched a shootout here, Peter, and it has been a fair few weeks ago when Charlie Smart was in net, he didn't move very much in the goal. I'm hoping that he's learnt something from that, and tonight he's going to be a lot more aggressive in the net so that they don't get the opportunities to put him away like they did in that game.
So Matt Murphy versus Charlie Smart. Newcastle had a fair few shootouts earlier in the season, which I think they were a little bit better than half.
Yeah, I think it was 2-2 it might be now or something like that.
Might have been, I think they had at least 3. I think they won 2. One they lost here was Melbourne Ice. They won one in Canberra. Do you think the goalies get tired of hearing the same instructions every time they do a shootout?
Then they've forgotten. Here we go. It's like Steve Cohen, is it?
I think it's Steve Cohen. Here he comes. Skates on the puck. He takes it left on Louis' forehand. He's moving across. Waits. Digs. Close shoot.
Oh, lovely.
And he's got it through the 5-hole of Matt Murphy. So it was that fast. I didn't even see it.
No, it was good. Great play. He moved across, and Murphy moved across well, but he didn't have his stick on the ice. So nice 5-hole goal.
So I don't know if this is actually Chenoweth. We've got it number 22 as Brad Chenoweth, but I think it's one of the other players who might have had to change jerseys. And he skates. He goes back to the forehand. He's dropped the puck. And that's easy save for Charlie Smart. I think it might have been waved off anyway because he wasn't going with forward motion at all times.
Motion, correct. But what I liked then was that Charlie Smart was aggressive in the net as he was coming down. So, yeah, he's definitely learned something from the last
So, a bit of that confidence thing as well.
Absolutely.
You've got to put your goalie off by advancing on them. Rolling the puck out is Kabashian. The standing start. Dig. Shows a strict shot, and it's saved by Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy learnt that time. He had the 5-hole, but he also had his stick there, so 5-hole didn't open up like it did the first time.
Kabashian does have immensely fast hands there.
Doesn't he?
The change side to side. That's what he's relying on, but Murphy was expecting it, and of course, when you're doing that, you don't have many other options. So
correct. This is the guy that I'm a little bit nervous about.
Joey Rezic.
He's had a great game.
The sniper. Aussie Joe, here he goes. Moves in close, quick shot. Saved by Charlie Smart.
Well done, Charlie Smart.
So 1-0 lead for Newcastle in best of 3. Felix Poulin can win it here for Newcastle.
And he wants to. Will he pull his signature move? To drag it over to the other side, one hand in the net. Let's see.
Here he comes. Takes a shot and it's off the skate and out.
Well, it's all up to Adelaide now. They need to score to stay in this.
So Newcastle still with the lead. Adelaide have not put the puck in this shootout so far. So we've got Alish Kutroska, pardon me. On his skates to it, he's coming in. He's going to probably take it to his forehand. He does now. He's on his forehand. He moves in. He digs. He shoots. And save.
That's it.
Shootout win for Newcastle.
Yes.
Probably not enough, but it makes the home crowd feel much better, and it'll be a relief for this Newcastle team who've had a terrible run lately. And they do have Zane Jones coming back pretty soon, and that's something they'll be hoping for as well.
Well, 2 losses in a row. Now we've got to win a big W, and that really makes a difference because now we're out of the cellar and at least in 7th spot. So that's been a big boost to this team. Big boost to the team.
Just watching some of the crowd members, there are people stretching, there are people, you can just see the release of tension from that win. So huge for Newcastle. Probably could have buried it with 3 points.
Yep.
That really was their mistake to make. Their game to lose, but it was a valiant effort, especially by the young guys from Adelaide. They were fantastic.
Oh, they really kept Adelaide in the game, there's no doubt about that. And the Northstars, I loved the way that they were played tonight. I mean, the first period, all possession was really good. Third period, they came back with a possession game as well, too. It was really just the penalties that sort of got them in trouble, as it does with most teams when you're pulling a few penalties and a few power play goals go in. So if that can be taken out of the game, and to be honest, they were pretty unlucky, but if that can be taken out of the game, then they'll be very strong because they look good tonight. They put Adelaide under a lot of pressure, and I really don't care who they were playing tonight. The way that the Northstars played, they put any team under pressure, be it the Ice, be it anyone. They really had a good game.
I think to beat some of the other teams, they'll have to have less mistakes and less penalties.
And score more goals.
Yeah, of course. That always helps. Well, thanks for joining us for tonight's stream. Sorry about the problems. We had problems with gear here. We had problems with the streaming end of YouTube. We got there in the end. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll be back soon for another one. And for now, it's Peter Lambert saying good night. Steve?
Stephen Lindsay saying good night to everyone. I hope you have a great weekend.
Catch you next time. Bye.